Music's most prestigious award announced their nominations yesterday, and there's a lot to talk about from an Afrobeats perspective. Burna Boy, Davido, Asake, OLAMIDE, Ayra Starr all walk away with nominations so far. Also, a lot of misinformation, especially about the Album of the Year category. We need to talk about that. I have receipts for that. And lastly, we discuss if and how Rema was in fact snubbed at this year's category. Let's talk about it.
Now we're going to talk about something serious.
What's good, beautiful people? It's your boy Manuel, aka My Papi. Welcome back again to this channel page. If you are new here, definitely hit the subscribe or follow button. Alright, first off, for this video, let's talk about the big wins. Alright, Davido, OBO, big congratulations for Davido, bagging his first Grammy nominations. One for the Global Music Performance, one for Global Music Album, and one for Best African Music Performance. Massive milestone for OBO, and we love to see it. Burna Boy, on the other hand, has 4 nominations this year, making it, I think, a total of 10 nominations in the Grammys. Insane. Every year since 2021, he has been touching something. Okay, this year he got the usual 2, the Global Music Album and the Global Music Performance, as well as the new category, the African Music Performance, and as well as one of the groundbreaking ones, the melodic rap category. This is one of the very first times we haven't seen an Afrobeat artist be pigeonholed into the global music categories. So it's nice to see an artist show up in other categories, which means the market is in fact open. Amapiano got nominated. I know it's not what you're thinking. Asake and OLAMIDE got nominated for their song Amapiano. That's a different discussion for another day. We love to see it though. Asake, first Grammy nomination, first of many for sure, and it's nice to see him just 2 years into what such an incredible career. And for OLAMIDE as well, getting his first Grammy nomination was absolutely beautiful to see. This for me is in the same genre of Messi picking up a World Cup finally. It's just nice to see OLAMIDE finally get recognized in such a scale for his incredible career. And the Afropop girlies did not come to play. Shout out to Sabi Boys and Sabi Girls as Ayra bagged a first nomination in the African Music Performance category for her song Rush. Now we're going to come back to this nomination later on in the conversation, but as well as Tyler with a massive major hit right now, Water, as well, grabbing her first nomination in that category. So big congratulations to all the nominees this year. Now let's talk about those that are not quite so nominees. Okay, the Album of the Year controversy, or I guess misinformation that has been happening around. This is the part of the video where I am going to try my best not to sound like a bad belle or enemy of progress, because Fireboy, CK, and Seun Kuti were actually not nominated for the Grammys this year. The Grammys release rule updates annually, and these were some of the changes that came for this year's Grammy nominations. And part of the changes is even a category that was added that we're all celebrating today, which was the African Music Performance. That was part of the change. But another change that happened was in the Album of the Year category. As part of Afrobeats to the World, we've been seeing a lot of collaborations with young superstars getting out there to other artists in the world. We saw Fireboy show up on John Baptiste's World Music Radio album, which was nominated for an Album of the Year, as well as CK and Seun Kuti on Janelle Monáe's The Age of Pleasure, which was also nominated for Album of the Year. Now, there were a few celebrations that were going out, which again, it's granted, they should still be celebrating the win, but there's a slight asterisk on this. As of last year, there would have been officially Grammy nominees, but this year you would have to have contributed to 20% of the playing time on the album as a contributor. And by the way, this is only for the Album of the Year category. If we're even going deeper into the genre albums, like say the Global Music Album, you need 50% in order to be considered a Grammy nominee. But last, big congratulations to these artists. They are incredible with what they're doing. Their team as well, putting them in nice positions that they are in the same arena as Album of the Year conversations. These are all big feats that should, and in fact, be celebrated. Now let's talk about Rema. I am sure with the unprecedented and incredible run that Rema has had with his massive hit song, Calm Down with Selena Gomez. It was a shock to everybody and myself that he was virtually ignored on this Grammys this year. But there are some valid reasons why that is. First of all, unfortunately, Calm Down falls out of the eligible window. It dropped on August 25th, 2022, when the window goes from October 1st, 2022 to September 15th, 2023. Now, I know you're wondering, Emmanuel, Ayra Starr's Rush was released in September of 2022. How come it's nominated this time around? Well, looking at the Grammys rule book, a track or single from a previous year's album is eligible in most categories, provided the recording was not entered as a track or single the previous year. Now, the original song, Calm Down by Rema, was submitted in the Global Music Performance category last year, hence why it could not have been submitted again. And just as an asterisk, which I am not too sure of and I haven't been able to verify yet, apparently you have a 2-year window from your release if you have not submitted the song before. Ayra Starr's Rush was not submitted last year, hence why she was able to submit this year. Now, if Rema and his team cared enough about the technicalities in order to force themselves into this eligible period, they easily could have made a different version, like an acoustic version of the remix or an alternative re-recorded version of the remix that would meet Grammy's criteria for a new recording. And it would have easily been in the running for not just Best African Music Performance, but honestly, Best Pop Duo or Group Performance, easily. But I guess they didn't care enough to go that far, or it would have really seemed too calculated. But it's a billion streams. Of course, manipulate however you want to manipulate on that song. I beg, like, come on. With that being said, all the references to my findings in this video I'll leave in the description below. And we will be there on Sunday, February 4th, 2024 to find out who actually wins these nominations that we got to see today. And I'm curious who you guys are rooting for. Who are you expecting to win or sweep the Grammys? Of course, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe and follow for more Afrobeats content. I've been your boy, Emmanuel, aka Palmy Papi, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. And by the way, guys, it's 2023. Can we please retire the nice Grammy jokes? Like, come on. The industry has clearly shifted. Virtually everybody is incredible, remarkable, unbeatable, palatable, reliable enough to make it to the Grammys now. So let's come off it, man.